In this tutorial, you will learn how to set meal plans for your patients. This tool has been extremely useful for thousands of dietitians utilizing the platform. We hope you can take advantage of it. In your clinician app, head over to the patient menu on the bottom toolbar. Scroll to the section labeled Weekly Meal Planner and Exchange Targets. These are your two options for setting meal plans, and we will first start with discussing the Weekly Meal Planner. This feature is very flexible and fits a variety of meal planning approaches. Click on a specific day of the week and tap into the meal you want to set. Here, we are customizing one of Erin's afternoon snacks. You can add specific food items, quantities, guidelines, or use a plate model plan by writing what portion of the plate should be what food group on each line. If you tap the plus icon, you can select food groups and quantities. We are going to use this to add water. Once you're happy with a planned meal, feel free to use our handy template saving feature so you can add this same planned meal for Erin or other patients with the click of a button. Tap Done when you're finished. You can also clear meal plans by tapping Clear on the top right. Once you have completed a full day meal plan, you can use the shortcut down at the bottom labeled Make All Days Match This. As you can see, all days now have that same meal plan assigned. That's it. Your patient will now have access to this meal plan in their app, as we'll shortly demonstrate. Heading back to the main page of the Weekly Meal Planner, you can create a PDF of the meal plan to conveniently email or print. The second option for setting meal plans is using our exchange feature, where you can opt for daily targets or meal targets. If you tap on Set Daily Target, you can add custom exchange goals for your client to meet on a daily basis. You can also create custom exchange categories at the bottom of the checkbox menu, if the default options do not reflect your approach. You can also add ranges using the toggle labeled Use Min and Max ranges at the top of the screen. This is how you would set a daily exchange target. The alternative is to set exchange targets for each meal, which is shown here. Over on the patient app, your patient will receive an update notification regarding the new meal plan. The great thing about Recovery Record is that the app will remind them of their meal plan and prompt them to check in on its completion each time they log a meal. This client is taking a photo of their recent meal, which is crackers and peanut butter in this case. They will then see a screen that shows their exchange targets for this particular meal and asks how well the meal they are about to eat meets the target. It is useful to remind patients of their intake goal at the point that they take a photo, before they eat their meal, such that they have an opportunity to adjust their meal if needed. For example, if they identify that they don't have the protein ahead of time, they can do their best to obtain it and meet their plan. Then, on the home screen they can log their meal. If the patient had a weekly meal plan, then it will be visible right here in the meal log. They will be prompted with a question asking, "Did you meet your meal plan?" Of course, this is subjective, but it is a good meal processing check-in question, prompting them to normalize appropriate portions. Back to the clinician app, you can see all meals logged in the Patient Logs section, or from the Home tab on the left side of the bottom panel. If you tap on the meal you would like to look at, it will expand to show a more detailed view of that meal. You can also access a table tallying exchanges at the top of the home screen, and from the patient menu data section, where an exchanges tally populates once an exchanges meal plan is set. If you click into this table, you will be able to see an expanded view. This is where you can get this same view from the patient data section. Lastly, if you head to the data section of the patient menu and click on Print, you can toggle the top to choose meals and plans. This will generate a PDF with the planned meals and what was actually eaten for an easy intake assessment. That's all there is to setting meal plans. We hope you find this feature useful.